by reading something that you may not have heard. This just came out the other day in the Journal of the American Institute of Biological Sciences, and I quote, "Scientists have a moral obligation to clearly warn humanity of any catastrophic threat and to tell it like it is. On the basis of this obligation, we declare, with more than 11,000 scientist signatories from around the world, clearly and unequivocally that planet Earth is facing a climate emergency." This is a climate emergency. That's why we are here, to join the student climate strikers in their efforts to rouse more and more people to the urgency of the climate crisis and the need for activism on an unprecedented scale. So thank you for being here. War, military, and climate change. And to start off, I want to introduce my old friend, the remarkable Phyllis Bennis. And it is that war for military power and oil which created ISIS. And ISIS, in turn, is bankrolled by fossil fuel. Climate crisis. The Iraq War was largely fought for fossil fuel, and it created ongoing social, political, and health instability. Trump says he wants to end the endless wars, but if they're about war, he has no intention. If they're about oil, he has no intention of ending them. He betrayed our Kurdish allies, leaving them vulnerable to Turkish attacks, even while he sent our troops back into Syria to protect oil. The climate, the environment, millions of people and species are being killed because of oil. And in case you didn't know, the Pentagon is the biggest institutional user of fossil fuel in the world. So please welcome Phyllis Bennis. So the climate movement needs to see itself as a peace movement. Think about that. Freezing cold day. We're not going to have a lot of cold days. I'm going to introduce, if I can get this higher up, Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield, entrepreneurs, activists, philanthropists, and co-founders of the ice cream company Ben and Jerry.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank Jane for getting us using her platform and most incredibly for putting her body on the line and showing us the way that it's going to be necessary for us to put our bodies on the line also. And Ben and I are very happy to be here today with that opportunity. Thank you, guys.
So we need to cherish every one of these cold days by doing this.
You know, the absurdity of spending over 50% of our nation's discretionary budget on the Pentagon, while the major threat to our country is the climate crisis, is just kind of unbelievable. You know, the amount of money that's spent on the Pentagon, over $700 billion a year, is unfathomable. But if it were used for things that really helped, instead of wars that actually have the effect of creating more terrorists, we could actually go a long way toward improving what is really our national security. I mean, our national security is a decent environment, and we can make that happen. We've got the money to do it. There's nothing that's standing in our way except a lack of political will from the people in that building over there.
Word protokos, which means those who have been made poor. The same system that pollutes our oceans, land, and air is the same system.
We need to have people sitting in at their congresspeople's offices, at their senators' offices, and telling them, we ain't leaving till you pass a Green New Deal. We can do it. It is still a democracy. The people do still rule, and there is a presidential election, a presidential primary that's coming up. There are Green New Deals that have been proposed by some of the candidates. Look at them. Find the one that does the best job. That's what I did. And support that candidate.
Is the same system that surveils, maims, and incarcerates poor people in this country.
We are people that care about each other, our brothers and sisters, not only in this country, but all around the world. We have no interest in bombing and killing and drone striking other people like us that are just trying to live. We can, the new president, the next president of the United States, can turn this around. That president can use their power to unite the world against a common enemy, which is climate change, instead of wasting all of our resources on killing each other.
Peace and harmony.
Now you know why their ice cream tastes so good.
That our wars have caused is the same system that takes children away from their families for not having access to clean water, housing, and